What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's having an excellent day. Welcome back to the Infinite Limits Tarot channel. My name is Taylor, and we're hanging out right now. I'm actually waiting for DoorDash to come. So, outside, chilling, kicking it. The birds are chirping, and life is good right now. Not all good, not all good all the time, but dude, it really gets on. Yeah, this is so annoying. I hate this. Yeah, this is so annoying. I hate this. This is why I don't do live streams anymore, because what's the point if I'm just going to jump on and it's going to kick me off and I'm not even going to be able to talk or speak to anybody. It's just me on here where it keeps reconnecting over and over again, and it just frustrates me. Because I have full bars. Like I'm in Wi-Fi range. My Wi-Fi is good, and then it keeps reconnecting over and over again. Like, what the hell? But yeah, I love you guys despite the connection issues. I just hope that this live stream stays up so I can hang out and talk with you guys. It's a beautiful day today. We gonna party, caramba, fiesta, forever. All right, so what's the message today? Um, Sometimes it's okay to take a break in life. I think like we are conditioned growing up. Like, I don't know where everybody else is from, but I'm from the United States. We've been like conditioned from a young age to work hard and grind and put in all this effort and climb the social ladder and do all these things that we've been pre-programmed to do. And the thing about it is, like, it's all useless in the end, because we end up working, striving, burning ourselves out for what? When everybody could be just doing what they were born to do. We were born to create. We were born to do things that we actually love in life, not things that we don't want to do for corporations and people who are sitting in the shade collecting money, writing out the checks while we do all the work. And that's what I see about society. That's what I know. And that's why I'm always working on something else for my own self. And I feel that way for everybody else too. The birds are all here. They were all just grouped together out here on the pavement. And then I looked over and they flew away. But but yeah, we're always it's okay to take a break sometimes because we need it. And you know, like I said, we're pre-programmed to like work hard, give it all you got. Sometimes doing less is better. Sometimes doing less is more. And that doesn't mean being lazy and sitting around and not doing the inner work and just taking advantage of people and just laying around and expecting things to come to you without doing anything. Like, action is necessary, but it's like you can't overwork yourself, overwhelm yourself, put too much on yourself. It's okay to take a day off and to relax and to go within and to connect with your higher power. You were never meant to be normal. You're not regular. You're not a regular degular. You're somebody who is a beautiful soul. You're somebody who came to this world to change it, not to remain stagnant in it, and to bow down to other people to be accepted, to sacrifice certain parts of yourself to be accepted in this world. You were not meant to do that. You are a ground shaker. You are a life changer. You are a beautiful soul in this earth that should be cherished. Your presence is beautiful. It's something that everybody else doesn't want you to know. Everybody else doesn't want you to know what you carry. Because if you knew, then the whole game is over. And you're somebody who knows your power, you understand your power, you stand in your authority as a God blessed, cherished, beautiful being that you are. Life goes on. You can't change, you can't change what you can't change. And what are you going to do? Sit around worrying about it in your head? Oh, there's this thing in my life that I'm having problems and I can't change it. Well, what are you stressing yourself out over? There's no point in it. It's just going to make it worse for yourself. That's a confirmation. My DoorDash is here. Yeah. Here you go.
Just put it in the kitchen. Thanks. Did you put that thing in the mailbox?
Yep. I hope everybody's doing well. Whoever this video comes in contact with, I know that, some people watch my video after the live stream. Some people come on, they visit, they say things. Martin's here. Amara, how you doing today? How you doing, man?
How's it going, man?
Good. So yeah, I appreciate the people who showed up, or who shows up. My apologies, and shows their support of me and this channel, and just continuing forward. Um, I really would love to do a reading. I really haven't done a lot of readings lately. I've really been wanting to connect with God on a deeper level than cards. I really want to be able to embody God and his voice and to just speak it out without having to use a physical object in order to do that. And I know that it makes it less fancy, and people, love tarot and they want to know the gossip, they want to know the juicy parts. But it's like, you don't need, if you are a chosen, anointed being on this earth, you do not need cards to channel and to give a message. And I think I've been challenging myself in that way, where I just want to talk. the message. I don't really want to get into all the other stuff, but I love doing tarot. I love using the cards to get messages for you guys. And yeah, I love this channel. I love what I do. I love myself. I accept myself for who I am. I love my body. I accept my body for the way it is. You know, a lot of people can't say that. And, you know, when you embody that, people lose power over you because you no longer need their validation in order to move forward. A lot of people, they tried putting strings on you so that you would not be able to speak your truth. You would not be able to do certain things without their, like, I don't want to say consent, but it's not consent. It's deeper than that. It's the validation. It's like they thought that without their validation that you would not be able to continue forward, that you would not have the strength, you would not have the courage, you would not have the, you know, audacity to take that leap of faith, to get onto your higher timeline. And unfortunately, in order to do that, you're going to lose people along the way who are not going to want to either do the work, or they're not going to, you know, and I guess you can say it's a sacrifice of sorts, but it's more of a healing and a purging and a, and not everybody's going to be in line with that, but I got to do what I have to do. I can't be sitting around waiting for things to happen for me. I'm going out there and I'm accomplishing it. I'm going out there every day. I'm working out my body. I'm working on my health. I'm going to work even for a corporation, even though I don't really necessarily want to be there, or you know, whatever. It's what you do when you are a responsible person and you need to take care of business, then you get a job. Sorry.
Sorry.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm making a video right now, so it's sad. It is sad, and but it's like I was saying before I got interrupted. You, and this goes for myself as well. I can't be sitting around waiting for things to happen, and I know that there's greater out there for me, and I want to put in the work to get there. But it's like it's it's crazy because it's like you can't push yourself too hard, because you also need to give yourself a break as well. But when you're in your passion, when you're in your creativity and like what you actually love to do, it doesn't seem like work. It to me it feels like fulfillment. It feels like, oh my God, I'm finally doing something in my life that I love, and I'm getting paid for it through multiple sources. And that's a beautiful thing. It's like, oh, I'm doing art, I'm doing commissions, I'm earning money of that. I have a job out in society, in the world, I'm getting money from that. I You could, maybe you do tarot, maybe you're in a spiritual community and you're doing readings for people, you're getting money from that. You know, and those are all things that, you know, maybe you love, and those are just examples. I don't know what you guys love or who's watching this loves, but I do my best to speak the message in a way that people can understand it and relate to it, because it's relatable. We're all going through this together, and everybody wants to get to a place in their life where they feel comfortable. And I mean, comfort is fine. You know, you want to be comfortable, but you know that level, like, America is beautiful because in America, you can successfully create something, generate revenue from it, and become to a point where money is no longer an issue. And the system, yeah, maybe people could say it's rigged or whatever, but successful people who create a business and they make massive amounts of money. I was having this conversation the other day. It's like there's a lot of people who they're like, oh, we don't want billionaire. These people got their money, through working for it. Some people got a loan, and then they turned that loan into a business or whatever. Maybe they had more tools than we do, in climbing that ladder of success and getting there. But how would you feel if you created a business, you created something that was amazing, and people were coming to you, you were earning you earn like millions of dollars from this business, and then somebody came in and said, you know no, you can't do that, or you can't have that, or whatever, because we don't want billionaires and millionaires in the country. It's just, I don't understand it. It's like, you build what you build, and if you what you build is successful, then you own it, and that's yours. And that's what's beautiful about America, is that you're able to do that if you have enough willpower, and you really want to be successful and create something amazing. You can do it. And I think that's awesome. And it's the American dream, and that's why people come to America, because of that chance, that opportunity opportunity to become something greater than you ever thought you could. And I believe in you. I believe in you so much. You've gone through so many challenges in life. You've faced heartbreak. You faced heartbreak. You faced betrayal. You faced opposition. You faced enemies. You faced enemies that you never even seen their face. But they were still destroyed. You've faced times where you were down and out for the count, never supposed to return, never supposed to rise, never supposed to be reborn from the ashes. Yet you did, yet you are, and you're continuing to do so. And that's what really scares people. It freaks them out, honestly, but that's their problem, not yours, because you are a divine being. And people tried to downplay it. They tried to say that you weren't what you said you were, that you don't have as much knowledge as you say you do, or whatever people were trying to accuse you of. Make you the villain, make you the bad guy, when they can make you their villain if they wish to, but that's a huge mistake, because if you're somebody that's chosen by God on a mission to do something great in this world, to help people, um, nobody's gonna be able to get in the way of that. And there's people who they don't want you to believe that you are who you are, and that is so sad. It's like to cover a shiny diamond that's supposed to be shining and beautiful. And Amber, what's going on? Amara, I'm trying to think of an analogy for this, because it's like trying to blind you from who you are, like how great you are, how amazing you are. It's like people don't want to tell you how good you're doing and how amazing you are, because, oh, we don't want to gas them up too much. Oh, we don't want them to have too much confidence. Oh, we can't have them getting off the leash that much. That's terrible, and I'm not going to live that kind of life. I'm not going to be on no leash. So, my destiny, my purpose is of freedom, is a journey of liberation. That's what my story is going to be. That's what my testimony is going to be, and I'm going to speak it. It's one of justice. It's one of freedom, liberty, of courage, of resilience. Somebody who continued on the path no matter what, even when he didn't know where he was going. Even if you were blinded for a while. Because you don't deserve to be covered up. You are the diamond in the rough. You are one of a kind. You are somebody that nobody can duplicate you. Nobody can steal your path, steal your destiny. They can try all they want. But what is yours is meant for you. What is meant for you is going to be yours. You may have to fight for it. You may have to work for it. You know, the whole point of this message was to it's okay to take a break. But it's like you have to be able to work too. You have to be able to take action, to take the leaps of faith that are necessary to get you to the next part of your life. I'm taking a break today. I'm chilling. Even though I'm on this live stream hanging out with you guys. Yeah, like maybe it's considered work. It's not work for me. I just like coming on here and making videos and talking about what's going on in the energy and what's going on in general. And I love it. I love coming on and talking with you guys. And I'm going to be making more videos. I'm not going to be stagnant. I'm not going to be stopped. At a certain point, you know, I was making posts, I was doing shorts, I was making videos, and it did stop there for a while because I went through challenges, I went through a downtime, but now I'm back up again. I'm gonna keep getting back up, and whoever, you know, people may have laughed at me or whatever, or try to make me feel ashamed and embarrassed because of what happened to me, and should have took my phone case off. It makes this weird popping sound in the background because I got this thing on the back of my phone and so it clicks. So I'm sorry about the audio on this one, guys. I hope that you still got the messages and so far away, and that you know you enjoy it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep getting back up pretty much, and I'm sure there were people who are laughing at my pain, laughing, oh, he's never gonna get back up again, he's done, da da da. Probably celebrated it and everything because these people are fucking losers. Um, but it wasn't, and it's not gonna be, and you're gonna continue to get back up no matter what happens. And you know, people may leave your life, you know, people may die. You may go through injuries, you may go through terrible things in life, but as long as you get back up and keep going, there's nothing that's going to stop you because there's been so many blockages that have been placed in your path. There's been so many interferences from other parties who distracted you from your path. There are so many things that were in your way. You could have went through drug addiction. You could have went through homelessness. You could have went through bankruptcy. You went through so much, and you're still here. You still have a smile on your face. You're still able to see humanity in a good light. You're still able to see the good in other people. You didn't lose your humanity. You didn't lose your light. You didn't lose your shine. You didn't get you didn't seek revenge. You just healed, took your time, and knew that things were going to be okay and you would get back up. And every time you get back up, you shine brighter. You become better. You become smarter. And that's why you're amazing and nobody can stop you. Because of all the things that were placed in your way, and despite all of it, you still came out the other side untouched, unharmed. You know, whatever you're doing in life, yeah, there's going to be people who don't agree with it. They don't want you to do it. Oh, well, this could, the things that, sometimes the hardest decisions to make, those are they're the most important decisions, and you have to make certain decisions or if you want to get to where you want to get to in life. And I may have to make some difficult decisions coming up here, and this is going to be, it's hard, it's difficult, I don't want to do it, but there are things that I have to do if I want to move, because I can't stay here forever. And there's things in life that I want to experience. Like, I want to move to, I want to live in the Florida Keys. I want to live like right near the ocean. I want to live somewhere where it's warm, it's nice, it's beautiful. There's animals. But I mean, there's animals here too, but I don't know. I feel like there's more animals in like warmer areas, maybe. No, life is beautiful and life is what you make it. You can sit in your sadness and your sorrow and your depression and feed on that and let it feed on you. And it's just not worth it for me anymore. I can't sit around being miserable anymore. Um, I can't sit around blaming everybody else for my problems anymore. At one point in my life, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to take responsibility for everything. Even, sorry about that. I got a phone call. I'll have to call him back in a minute. But I said, you know what? I'm not going to take responsibility. I'm going to take responsibility for all the wrong. Even if the other person wronged me, I just said, you know what? I'm going to own it. I'm going to own everything and just, it was my fault. No matter what the situation was, no matter if it wasn't my fault or not, I take responsibility for all of it. For all the reasons why my life is the way it is right now, it's my fault because I didn't make the choices and decisions I needed to make to get to where I wanted to be or could be. And so I take responsibility for that. That was my mindset at one point, and it still kind of is. But at one point, I was like that, and I did so much healing at that time. I did so much inner work. I was just like, you know what? It's all my fault, and I was able to get out of so much with that because it was like an opening up and understanding that I create my own life. I create my own destiny. God has given me that gift. He's given me that ability to do whatever it is that you want in this life. And whatever you want, you can get it. And you may have to work for it or make certain choices, make certain decisions, but it is possible. So when you take your life in your own hands and you say, you know, it's my responsibility, I own it. Nothing can harm you anymore, because at that point, you don't need a sorry. You don't need an apology. You don't need anything, because you've already taken ownership of it and said, you know what, it's my fault. And then you deal with it, you heal it, and move on. And that was one of the greatest times in my life when I was doing that. Um, when I was in that mindset, and I was able to clear out so much in my life, and just take, and then I wasn't waiting for an apology from my parents. I wasn't waiting for an apology from my ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever sex or gender you are. Um, I'm not waiting for an apology from my sister or my brother or my nephew or my niece, or you take ownership of it and say, you know what, I'm gonna take that too. Even though it's not my fault, it's not all your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. But it was a sense of freedom that I had, where it was just like, I'm taking ownership of everything. And then you can be able to realize that the reason you're at where you're at in your life is because of the decisions and choices you've made in the past that have gotten you to the point that you're at right now. And so if you can change those choices, and you can make whatever decisions you need to make a change or to make a shift, then it can happen. But if you're not willing to take the leap, then you're just going to stay where you're at. And there's nobody else to blame but yourself. You can blame your mom, you could blame your brother, sister, whatever, but it's nobody else's fault. Oh, I got some fortune cookies. Let's see what the fortune is for the day. Oh, this fortune cookie is kind of soft. Ah, it's stale. And this one's for the birds. Let's see what our fortune says. It says, no job is simple. Oh, no. No job is so simple that it cannot be done wrong. No job is so simple that it cannot be done wrong. I don't know. I don't know what that one means, guys. Cutting up strawberries, awesome. I love strawberries so much. Yeah, I gave the stale fortune cookie to the birds. And this one I really don't understand. No job is so simple that it cannot be done wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google that one. Maybe my brain is just not all there right now. Oh, this one's not stale. This one says, to be joyful is to dance in the rain of life. So having joy, Fortune cookies. So something about working and, I don't know. I think it's trying to say that, like, not to overwork yourself or something like that. Like having joy in life and like remembering, like, life is not always about this grind, like get up, go to work, come home. Live life, enjoy no matter what you're doing. If even if you're going to work, there's going to be negative people at work. There's going to be that toxic energy you have to deal with and kind of, shield yourself from that. But for the most part, just live. I just live each day as if, it's my last day, or like, you know it could end at any moment, and I just try to make the decisions that I feel like are best at the time, that are going to help me grow the most. And I don't want to be sitting around. I would love to sit around and make videos all day, if and I'm sure I'll get there one day. I've been practicing for a while. I've been doing live streams for a long time now. I've been making videos. I know how to make a video. I know how to make a thumbnail. I've learned things along the way. I've learned, how to communicate, while being watched or being on camera. That's a gift that I've been given, to have that comfortability on camera. I learned this, when I was a teenager, and we did like broadcasting and stuff like that. And I was, we did like newscasts and stuff. And I learned that I was comfortable on camera reading the teleprompter, and I was able to successfully do it. And that's something I found out that I was good at. So I knew that whatever my life purpose or destiny or my path or whatever it is entailed was, had something to do with making videos or being on camera, or something about communication. So I followed that path. I never got my degree for communications, even though I'm like right there. And I might just, maybe I'll do online or whatever, because I'm so close to getting that certificate. But really, what does it really matter in the end? I could probably still get a job in that field without even having that certificate, because it's based off your performance. It's based off of, how well you can do the job. And, certificates help, and things that you can hang on the wall and little awards and stuff like that. It helps a little bit, but anyone can tell you that has gone through college, like real colleges. A lot of people get these degrees and they don't even get jobs in the fields in which they got degrees. So what does that say? It says that, does it really matter if we go to college or not? Does it really matter if we get that certificate on our wall? You do the whatever it is that you don't think you're qualified for. Try anyway. Who knows what can happen? Who knows who you could meet? And who knows where your life could take you? Yeah. A simple job even a simple job, yeah. I hear you. I'm about to go inside, guys.
I put that thing in the freezer.
Okay. Maybe I'll pull a few cards, just see what's in the energy. Maybe just a couple. Oh, I gotta show you guys my birdhouse. I'm almost done with it. It's got the same lines on the other side. And I was gonna do a little mushroom. I was gonna draw a little mushroom. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna light this candle. I just got this candle. It's called. I got one. I got one. When was it? It was like a week ago. The same one. It's called Starlit Size. It's a candle, but it smells really good. I don't know. I got it from Walmart, so. I got my sparkling ice. I love this stuff. This one has caffeine in it, the canned ones. And then I got another. I got like a case of them. They're like minis, and they don't have caffeine in them, but they're canned and they're small. And I got the little kiwi ones. They're really good. I put lemon with sparkling ice. I love to drink that. It's one of my favorite. Okay, give me 1 second. I got my deck right here, so let's just pull a few cards. Let's just see what's going on, because I haven't pulled cards in a while. And so whoever's here, let's just do it. Let's see what's in the energy really quick. Okay, Hierophant. I split the deck and I seen the Hierophant. So, living by like a moral standard. Living by a moral standard. Sorry, the fan was annoying me. And like the Hierophant is like the Pope. So it's like religious stuff it could have to deal with. Maybe somebody has like a built-in religious belief system and they think and feel a certain type of way. The Hierophant can represent God. So yeah, there's something about like action, taking action, something coming in swiftly, quickly with the Eight of Wands. So that would be fire energy. Somebody could be a Leo, is it Leo? Aries, Sagittarius, maybe a fire sign. The number 8 could be significant. I wish I could set my light up a little better. It's probably not the best place to set my phone. So I'm just going to set it right here. So we have the Eight of Wands coming out. So there's something happening quickly, swiftly, action, fire energy, action, taking action, making decisions. It could be attack. You could be facing like spiritual attack or even physical attack. Or if this happened or could happen. I don't know. I don't really think that anybody's going to be hurt, but some kind of action is being taken. Please. Oh. So some cards fell out here. So there's someone that is going through a lot right now. And like with this card right here, the guy is taking the woman and child and they're going somewhere. They're moving. The Six of Swords is a card about moving to calmer waters, moving to somewhere that is a safer place. With and this is weird because usually when cards get knocked out like that, I don't read them. I just put them back in the deck, but I didn't this time because it was only 3 cards. It came attached with the Judgment card and the Ace of Wands. So this is somebody could feel under judgment because of some kind of action, because then we have the Ace of Wands again. Ace of Wands is all about, taking the, lead, action, energy, a creative spark, a creative energy. Somebody could be moving away, but there's like a judgment call on somebody leaving. There's some kind of judgment call, Archangel Gabriel. So, somebody, like, I noticed this the other day. I never noticed this about a judgment card. This flag right here, or this, it almost looks like an emergency or some kind, something to do with health. It has something to do with the health system, like doctors, nurses, EMTs. Somebody could be a doctor, a nurse, or an EMT, helping other people. This angel could be coming in to call judgment on your enemies or people who try to attack you. So some kind of entity is coming in, jumping in to the mix here, and could be helping you along your way, along your path to moving to a better place, a calmer place. Some cards got knocked out again. It's 3 different cards. We have 3 cups, so there is a celebration that's going to be happening soon. People are going to be coming together. This could be you, loved ones, family. You're celebrating something. The spirit is celebrating, and that's something that I felt before I even got on today. When I was meditating earlier, was like I felt like there was some kind of party or celebration, or the people who are in the light, light workers, people who are in that field, spiritual workers. There's like a celebration in the spirit for people who are of the light, who are doing good, who are chosen people, anointed, appointed to do something great. But people have to, you have to go through so much to get to that point where you're ready for the responsibility of whatever is coming in for you at this time, because it's something big. I feel like this is bigger than probably anything you've ever gone through before. It's going to be very life-changing for you. Reality is going to shift, and there's going to be a party, a celebration. The spirit is already celebrating because they already know the outcome. There's the 3 of Wands, where you're looking at the horizons. You're could be focused on where you're going to go, or what moves you're going to take next. And then we do have some illusions here, smokiness, cloudiness. It looks like there's a lot of these options that are going to pop up, maybe people from your past. It could be exes, it could be whatever, but there's going to be that, and then there's going to be other things that are going to come up, other things that are going to be available to you, but you have to be cautious about which cup you pick, because that is going to determine a lot in your life. It's like being careful of what you choose. There's going to be a lot of options for you, but it's like not all the options that are presented to you are going to be good. And so it's an understanding that not all, even though it may seem good on the outside, it could be really bad for you in the long term or in the end. What else do you want me to tell them? right, this one fell on the ground. That hasn't happened for a while, but we do have looking. We had that Three of Wands card. Now we're having the two, so it's going from the three to the two, and this could be, you know, you looking at your horizons with the Three of Wands, and you know, then planning your next, planning how you're going to make this work, or what you're going to do, the new things that you're going to accomplish. Looking at the world, feeling like you have the whole world in your hands and you could do whatever you want. That's the freedom that you're going to experience, or you could already be experiencing this. Maybe you already see life this way, but there's going to be an opportunity. There's going to be something big coming in for you. You're going to be celebrated. You're going to be looking at the world. What do I want to do? What do I want to create? What do I want to make in this world to make this world a better place? Let's get a final outcome card. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, baby. So things are shifting, they're turning. There is a portal that is opening up. You're either going through right now, or there's just a lot of changes. There's some kind of fortune that's coming into your life. It's also about karma. You know, the wheel of karma. What come around, go back around. What come around, go back around. And so, you know, there's this devil here, and he's going around the circle, going around the karmic wheel. But it's also about, you know, shifting and things turning in your favor. And for those who are vibing with me, for those who understand, things are going to get better and things are going to shift. For those who are, you know, on this wheel, like this devil, and going around and around and around and around over and over again, they stay in the cycle. You escape the cycle. We have Taurus, Leo. I know right here. I always forget the top ones. I'm so sorry. I'm not sure if it was Virgo. No. I know one of them Scorpio, right? Scorpio. I don't know. But yeah, you're chilling. You're gonna be outside the wheel of karma, of bad karma, or facing some, maybe somebody, you know, try projecting that onto you, projecting hard times, going through difficult situations. And yes, you learned from it all, but it's still, that shouldn't ever happen to you, because you've been through enough, and you know enough, and you're responsible enough to make your own choices and decisions. So I see this Wheel of Fortune as a good thing for you. For your enemies, they're going to stay going on this karmic wheel. They don't want to come off. They don't want to change. They don't want to do better. They don't want to turn to God. They want to turn to themselves. They're their own God. And that's okay, because we embody God, but we are not God, in a sense. It's hard to explain, but I didn't create the mountains and the grass and the sea and the air. I was born into it. So I'm not God, but yeah, Wheel of Fortune for a final outcome card is really good. I really see really good things coming towards you. Whoever's listening to me today, whoever gets this message, I'm so appreciative and glad that you watched it. Everything is found down in the description box. Like the video. I should have said that in between, but that's fine. You know, like the video. It helps it get out there to other people who need the message, who and that help, it just helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate those who like the video. And I would keep going. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I'll pull. Okay, well, I'll do the bottom card. The bottom card's the Tower. So there is a collapse and ending here as well. So like, it's really crazy to get the Wheel of Fortune and then the Tower cards on the bottom of the deck. That's so funny. But it's like karma's being dealt. Towers are falling apart. There's an ending to a situation. And I'm hearing that song, the wheel in the sky keeps on turning. Yeah, wheel in the sky keeps on turning. I don't know who that is. I think that's Journey, but I'm not sure. I don't know the rest of the lyrics of the song. I only know that one part. But yeah, it's like the wheel in the sky keeps turning. Life goes on, and this cycle is always going to be here, but you don't have to be trapped in it, in the bad karma. You can shift and you can be of good and reap the rewards of being good, but it's like you like, even if you're a bad person, God blesses even those who are not good people. Like, they get fed, they are taken care of, like, so it's like a grace thing. But I don't take it for granted. I have a healthy fear of God in my heart, and I want to do the right thing. And it would be nice to. I think that I would just like to live a comfortable life where, but it's like comfortable, like, I don't want to be stuck in a comfort zone, but like I want to. I guess what I'm saying is life can always be better, and it's okay. A lot of people, they feel like a lot of negativity when it comes to going to the next level, and it's like some kind of weird thing within us, like we don't deserve it, we don't deserve the level up, we don't deserve the money, because we've been programmed at a young age to have this poverty mindset, to have this mindset of he has his, I have mine, dog eat dog world, and it's not truly that way. The world, there's good people in the world. People come together, they create great things. People in love and in harmony, it's good, but pull one more card. I'm pulling one more card for Mr. Merkabastic. And it's the Six of Pentacles. So something is being made fair or right. You could be giving to others. Others are giving to you. This guy, he has a scale in his hands. So Libra could be significant. Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And, it's like a two-way thing. You could either be the guy that's giving and helping, or the guy that is receiving. And I think that's what I'm kind of talking about right now, is like having a healthy way of giving and receiving, not feeling bad for receiving good in your life and for becoming better and becoming more. It's almost like people want you to feel ashamed for leveling up, for stepping up, or for taking that leap of faith to better your life. And they want to blame you. They want to make you the villain of their story, because you chose better in your life and you got better. Yeah, the Hierophant. So it's like living by moral standard. You could be getting married as well, because people, they come and they see a priest to get married. So that could be something as well. Tradition, there you could be living some kind of lifestyle or tradition connected to God. He has these people underneath him. So there could be people that are helping you along your way. Maybe you are this pope figure, maybe you are a priest or, a priestess, somebody who communicates with spirit, is able to give spiritual messages and help people. Why that card was like that, it's weird. Hermit card. So you going within, could be studying something, taking time to self, going within, self-reflection. Virgo energy. So in this one, it's like an old man. He has a light, so you could carry some sort of light with you, carry some kind of knowledge, divine knowledge of God. So you could be somebody that is you could be a spiritual teacher of some kind. Maybe you're going within at this time. Maybe you're giving back, giving to others. Giving is when you give, you always receive back. It's just a law. It's a you know dancing in the moonlight, everybody feeling warm and high. So fine and natural sight, everybody dancing in the moonlight. Sure. Yes or no? May I ask a yes or no? Sure. Does anyone want to return? Does anyone want to return to me? That's kind of a broad question, though. Does anyone? Who's anyone? All right, this card is for Erica. All right, we got two cards here. Came out. King of Wands. So that's somebody that passionate, fiery, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Could be in the spotlight, could be somebody who takes charge of situations, could be somebody in a position of power and authority. They are a king. So, and then the world. So those are really good cards. The world is like, it could be like opening up a gateway for you, opening up a chance. You could be going to see the world. Um, the world is about completed cycles, the ending of a situation here, but I feel like it's really positive. I don't feel like it's negative. And will anyone ever return to you? I'm not really sure with these two cards. I would say yes, based off, the positive energy I'm picking up off them. So I would say yes. I don't know. That's just like, I'm glad that I answered your question and that you got what you needed from it. So we have the Magician card too. So you are manifesting at this time as well. He has that um rod. He has that rod in his hand, and he's I don't want to say what is in my head I'm going to say. Um but yeah, there's a lot of growth here, and he's calling something in. He's commanding the universe, he or she, whoever I'm speaking to today. Um is commanding the universe and manifesting. He has all the tools that he needs, and now he is going to create this life. Magician in the upright is a really good card to get. It's all about creating what you want in this world, taking it into your own hands. Not saying that, God didn't help you along the way, or spirit didn't help you, or whatever you refer to that energy helped you. You have to embody it and take action to get it. And that's something that, people admire it, people look up to it, people say, how did you do it, and stuff like that. But it's like, it's really, I don't know. I don't even know what to say after that. Two of Swords. You could have been blinded or felt like you couldn't see clearly spiritually at the time. Also, blocked off energy. There's something about blocking yourself off from the outside world. She has it's like it's like knowingly being blind. Like it's like blinding yourself from the truth and blocking yourself off on purpose. We also have the moon there. So the moon could be significant in this as well. Like a little crescent moon. Somebody could have been doing something during a moon cycle. Next 30 days, sure. Next 30 days, death. So there's a transformation here. Scorpio energy, Leo. So those are the signs associated with the card of death here. So next 30 days, death card, there's going to be a transformation. Somebody could die. I don't know what that, let's see. I'll do 3 for you for the next 30 days. Why? Okay, so there's disappointments. There's looking back at the past at what could have been. There's opportunities that were missed, things that were spilled over, even on purpose by other people or yourself. You still have cups behind you, though. You still have opportunities. You still have a reason to live and to fight and to keep moving forward. Maybe it's a death. Maybe it's talking about the death of you being disappointed or you constantly looking back at the past, at things that have happened, and just being able to let that go and move forward with your life despite the mistakes and the obstacles. And that's really what the darker side of humanity, that spirit, that darker side of spirit wants us to fall into that negativity and to think that and to turn into a nasty person like them. Because of things that have happened in the past, they want to throw so many challenges at you. They want you to go through so much. Like way more than you ever needed to. And then by the time you get the blessing or you get whatever is good in your life, you have a sour taste in your mouth about it because of all the things you had to go through to get it. It's like it didn't need, like that's what certain people would like you to feel or be when you get what is yours, when you get what you want, when you get what you desire and you're living, your best life. They want you to be bitter about all the things you had to go through before to get there. People love to watch you struggle and to go through this life and to go through this journey. But it's different living it out. And we have the Tower. So there's definitely it's coming down. There's something coming down. It could be an idea. I'm not really sure. It's a situation. It's crumbling to the ground. Somebody is like completely cutting themselves off from reality, from people, from talking. It's all about you moving forward. Okay, you looking at the world and being like, what do I want to do with this? What do I want to do in my life? What's really meaningful to me? These are the conversations that you're having with yourself when you're alone and you are figuring out what you truly want to do in life, and you're making your moves precise. You're not just swinging blindly anymore. You're actually focusing in on it, and you're actually taking the action to do it now because you're having the confidence and the faith from God. You have the courage. You know that you're capable of doing great things. You know that you're a valuable person. You know that you have value to your life and that you have a lot to offer the world, even though they tried to make you feel like you were nothing and that you had nothing and that you knew nothing. Even though they tried to make other people see you like that, you are somebody that you ignored it and you kept moving forward anyways, despite all the shit talking and everything that was going on in the background. You were just focused on your mission. You were just focused on getting better, being better, and letting that show for itself, letting your light shine and letting your body glow and be all that that you can be, and just let that be the example. Because people can talk shit all they want, but if you're doing the work behind the scenes and doing what you need to do, 5 years, 10 years later, I guarantee you're going to be in a better place than that person that was talking shit about you. And it's all because you're able to have these conversations with God. You're able to sit still and to listen to what's going on, and to make a plan and to make it precise, not have it all scrambled up. Being smart with your energy, also reserving your energy. Reserving your energy. Like, I even see it like with the two wands here. It's almost like those are walls. That's how I'm seeing it right now anyway. And it could, the Eight of Swords. So being trapped, bound, tied, blinded, just, this is not a good card to get. I'm sorry. Oh my God. I don't know. I'm getting a little loopy now. I've been doing this for a minute. Okay. Eight of Swords, bound, tied, not able to move, a prisoner, a captive, somebody who, and they're almost smiling, like they're willingly being bound up. And yeah, I want to stay this way. That's what this card is saying. This is a card of, I want to stay this way. I don't want to get out of this trap. I actually like being in the trap. So it could be somebody who parties a lot and is in the trap house. Somebody is stuck in a trap house somewhere, bound and tied and blinded by a loop. Something like that. I don't know what the heck is going on now. Because we also had that Two of Swords over here, and the Two of Swords and the Eight of Swords are they're not very like similar, but like they're both blindfolded. It went from the Two to the Eight of Swords. So swords are air energy, so that would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So it went from the 2 to the 8. And now this person, but it's like they don't even want to get out of their trap. They want to stay stuck in something. I don't know. Four of Cups. So this is because there's something about an offer here, and I'm not being satisfied with the offer that's being given. Okay. But there's these other cups over here, other options. He's thinking, he's like, what do? I don't know whether to take this one or this one. And they could be confused, trying to make a decision, trying to figure out what is the right path or the right way to go. Talking to spirit, talking to your higher power to figure, praying, figuring out things in your life. Because I don't know about you, but when I pray about something, things do change, things do shift. And I've noticed it in my own life. So like, I believe in the power of prayer. Not a lot of people believe in it, but it's like, your tongue has the power to, it's your voice. It's able to shift things. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. That's what they say in the Bible anyway. I don't know. I read a lot of the Bible. I know certain verses. I'm not a Bible expert, but I do know some verses, and I do know some stuff like that. And we have the 4 of Swords. So this is a guy resting after a battle. Also, look, you could be like, oh, well, he's in a church. It could be a casket. I mean, we did have the death card. There could have been a death in the family, and if so, my condolences. I never want to bring up death in the tarot readings, but it is a fact of life, and people do die sometimes. But somebody could have been sick, or they're just taking time. So this person, they have a decision, and they're resting on it. They're really trying to figure out what's the right way to go, what's the right cup to pick. Could be feeling dissatisfied with life just because of how much how much this person has gone through, and they're resting, they're recuperating. Then we have the Page of Swords. So that's all about like watching someone, but it can also, like, I read other descriptions of the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, they could be an artistic person, like somebody who's, they're creative. Um, Page of Swords, that's the air energy, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And yeah, it could be a younger person because it's a page. So it could be somebody who's watching, looking, spying. Yeah, there's a juggle here, there's a back and forth, but I don't see this as a bad thing. It's like a balancing act. You could just feel like life is a balancing act and you're learning how to juggle all these balls. You're learning how to juggle balls, and you're learning how to juggle more balls than two. And it's going to be magnificent. You're just going to flow with life. Like everything that seemed difficult or hard for you before, it's just going to be lifted off of you, and it's just going to leave, and then you're going to be able to just be your own person and do whatever it is in life that you want to do and get money from that, and live your dream and live in, like, I don't know, whatever you want in life. And the Queen of Swords, so that's again that air energy keeps coming up. um So yeah, Queen of Swords. Page of Swords, and we had a Queen of Swords. There could be a woman, doesn't have to be, the genders could always be reversed in the tarot. So male, female, whatever. There could be some kind of judgment call or something. Somebody is like trying to tell somebody else what to do or something. All right, guys, I've been on here for a while. I didn't want to just jump off earlier because I don't know. I felt like doing a reading. I haven't done one in a while. And those who stuck around, those who watched, thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. And I didn't really plan on doing a reading, but I did one anyway. And I tried to answer all you guys' questions. Brandon, no problem. I hope that it helped for the next 30 days or whatever. I hope that you got the answer that you needed. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. I'm going to be going live more. I'm going to be creating more videos. I'm thinking about a new music video. I'm really excited about that. I think that this next one is really going to be good because I made a couple, and I always go back and watch them and go, man, I could have done this better. Man, I could have done that better. So I'm really going to take my time and try to create something really cool for you guys. And so I hope that makes you excited and pumps you up, and it pumps me up. Like I can't wait to, I just want to embody the person I always wanted to be and become. And if anybody has a problem with that, then they can leave my life, because I need to be able to go through this, whatever it is. And yeah, I'm sure that you do too, and you've gone through it, or you're going through it, and you're gonna come out the other side good. And I love each and every one of you. All the information about the channel is found right down in the description box below. Subscribe, like, please, and thank you. And peace and light and love and all that good stuff.